NoteGPT is an AI learning assistant. It can summarize, write, create flashcards and other learning materials from a whole lot of different sources. Today I'm going to do a demonstration. We'll work through some of the tools that they offer. They've given us a discount link down in the video description if you do end up going for a paid plan. But even with the free plan, there is definitely some good uses here. This is our homepage, and you can see here all of the main functions. We can give it things like YouTube videos, hyperlinks, PDFs, audio, video, long text. We can get it to summarize. We can get it to make presentations. We can use that as basis for doing writing. It can make flashcards. In there is also some maths helpers as well. We can see them across the center of the screen, and we've also got the links down the left-hand side. If you're going down a bit of a YouTube rabbit hole, one of the things that I like is that you can batch summarize as well. So you can put multiple bits of content in here and batch up your summarization. So let's put a YouTube link in here and let's hit summarize. And you can see that it gives us the initial summarization. Here on the left, here is my video that I've fed it. And then we've got time-stamped transcript. It will also split it up by chapters from your YouTube video. On the right, you can see the AI notes. Again, it's got the key insights all time-stamped, so we can go back to our video and find the statements. It's got just a nice clear summary here up the top. And then from the summarize button, we've got a drop down and we can change the kind of summarization. You can see you've got lots of different options there. All of those are pre-built prompts, so they will design in a particular way. So we can see things like flashcard, blog, podcast, script generator. But we can also add our own custom prompts if we wanted to deliver something different from any of these. We can then turn our summarization into a few different things. So up the top here, we can make a flow diagram. We can turn it into a podcast if we prefer to digest it with audio. We can get it to turn it into some PowerPoint slides. With the three dots, we can also get flashcards, and then we can copy it as Markdown. We can copy it as Notion as well. So it interacts nicely with a couple of other tools that you might be using. If we come down the left-hand side, we jump to AI Chat. This is pretty much your normal ChatGPT style function. We can see by default they've got DeepSeek, and if we hit the arrow there, we can see that in addition to DeepSeek, we've got ChatGPT 4.0 Mini, we've got Claude, we've got some other versions of ChatGPT, and we've got versions of Gemini coming soon. So we get the opportunity to use multiple large language models all within the one environment. This is pretty handy for being able to compare the outputs of the different versions and settle into the best type of output for what you're wanting to do. Next one down, we've got the PDF summarization. So we can dump a PDF in there. This is super handy if you have really large articles or ebooks, long PDFs that you want to be able to summarize. Here we've got the book How to Lie with Statistics, classic book, 141 pages, and it's boiled it down to key insights. It's got some handy tables here, core concepts. And again, if that wasn't quite what I wanted, I can come to my summarization button. I can get a more in-depth summary. This could be a really good one for turning into a podcast as well, where I've got an ebook and I really want to get just the key points out of it, but not have to go through the entire thing. Then clicking here, we've got a voice library of built-in voices, or we can set up voice cloning of our own, and we can control the length of the podcast. So anything from 1 to 3 minutes up to 10 minutes. We can control the style. So educational, interview, deep dive, storytelling. So we can pick the format that we think will communicate it best. This could be something you're doing for yourself. It could be something you're generating to share with others as well. And then we hit generate podcast and it will give us podcast audio. With our summarization functions, we also have AI chat. So we click over here and then we can interrogate our resource. So in this case, our PDF. It gives a few suggestions of questions we could use. But we've got the chat box down here and we can ask anything we like. If we have particular questions about this PDF, we can put our questions in here. It will interrogate the PDF and give us some answers. Next up, we've got AI presentation. So with this, we can hit create and then we can either enter text of what we want our presentation to be about. We can upload files, give a YouTube, give a link. So something that I am planning on producing a video on, and I was curious how it would go with making some slides for me, is a recent article that I wrote. So I recently wrote this article, Artificial Intelligence in Medical Education. and I am going to be making a video summarizing the key findings from this. So I thought it was a good test case. We can put that in there. We can choose our language. We can choose our tone for our slides. We can choose the length, and we can choose which large language model is going to be used for producing the text. We could put in more than just the link. I'm just going to leave it as links. I'm making it harder for the tool than it probably needs to be. When we want to get the very best output, then the more detail and prompts we can give, the better. But let's click next step. It has a think for a while, and then it starts producing the content for our slides. So we can see that it's got our pages, subpoints, and we can go through any of these that we don't like. We can hit the bin, or we can edit, we can add things. So this is the start of the outline. We can edit how we want, and then in the next step we can select a template to add all of that content to. And again, we've got some drop downs here: category, style, colors, and then we can also add our own personalized templates as well. Select one and it will start building our slides with that content. Won't necessarily be perfect, as you will have found if you've produced slides with any of the other large language model and AI tools that are out there, but it definitely gives you a good running start. So we can see here, we've got heading, we've got our contents, and then it's built it with some kind of design and images and stuff like that. It's tried to link some icons and mix up the style of each slide, so it's not just slide and bullets over and over and over again. They've tried to give a bit of variety in here, and overall not too bad of a job. Not perfect, but certainly, particularly if you have a bit of writer's block, it's something that is going to get you going pretty quickly. Next up, we've got the AI maths and homework. With this one, we can drop in an image file if we've got equations. I'm going to drop in a simple stats problem asking about normal distribution, and let's click get answer. Well, notice here we've also got a Chrome extension, so you can add a Chrome extension to your browser and be able to access NoteGPT elsewhere. You may have been able to do this at least roughly in your head. We've got a mean of 12 days, standard deviation of 3, and we want to know what's probability of lasting less than 9 days. So if we think about our bell curve, that's going to be down 9 with 1 standard deviation below, so a z of -1. And what's the probability of being below that z of -1? And we can see here that it has worked out the z of -1 correctly, and it lands on the correct answer of 0.1587. Dragging in an image file with an equation. Admittedly, this was a pretty simple one, but we can see that it not only gets the right answer of x minus 2, but it does give some explanation as well. So that's nice in terms of this actually being a genuine homework helper, helping someone work through maths problems, not just feeding answers. For our flashcards, we can create flashcards. We give it a resource. In this case, I just went with my previous YouTube video on Myers-Briggs and the problems with it. And then we can shuffle through with the arrows. It's produced 10 different flashcards. If I hit the play button, it will show the question for some amount of time, and then it'll flick over to the answer. And then it'll just cycle through the rest of them. We've got the pause there if it's going a little bit too quickly, and we can share it and we can download it as well. And you can see there's a number of different download options for us. Last up, we've got the AI book library. They have brought together a whole lot of different summaries of different books. And so you can see here we've got both fiction and non-fiction. If we click on one of these, it'll bring up a new tab. It's got the summary. It's got the podcast sitting here for us to listen to. We can download all of the content as a PDF. If we go down a little bit further, we can see the mind map diagram, and then it's got the chapter by chapter breakdown. We can see that there is quite a reasonable summary of books there, and we can also search these books by keywords. This has been NoteGPT. It's a really nice summarization and learning tool. Packs together a number of features all in one spot. As I mentioned before, we do have the discount link in the video description. If you've made it this far, you might also like some of my other videos on AI. Here's a link to my AI tools playlist where I give demonstrations and reviews of lots of different AI tools, particularly in the research and learning space.